Hey, so back with another video. Every time maybe I think about something I want to talk about, I'll make one of these little videos. So today was my 8-year anniversary at USA Truck. So been there 8 years today, and I just want to talk about my journey on those 8 years. So when I got into driving anyway, that was in 2012. I got in touch with USA Truck, and they told me, "Hey, we can't hire you on because just can't bring you in anyway, because you don't have a CDL yet, and you got to go through all the things, stuff I was still learning then." It was like, "We're going to send you to the school in Indianapolis called C1." So I said, "Okay, cool. Maybe they'll teach me how to drive a stick and teach me everything else I need to know before I go head first into this thing." And they did. It took us 2.5 weeks. They got me through everything. I was nervous. I never drove a stick in my life until then. And my trainer, I believe his name was Brian, he told me, "I had you driving this truck in one day." And exactly one day he had me driving that stick with no problem. I won't go back. After driving automatic, I won't go back. But anyway, yeah, I like manuals. But anyway, so in my first year at USA in trucking in general, so you go to orientation, they put you with your trainer, and I went through 2 trainers, and that's when they used to see you with your trainer. I think we only see you with 1 trainer now, but that's when we used to see. They used to send us through 2 trainers, 2 weeks with one guy and 2 weeks with another guy, which I learned a lot with those 2 guys. And then they put me in a truck by myself, which was 2557. If anybody else that's watching this that's from USA, you go, "What in the world, 2? They ain't got a truck that start with no 2." Yeah, now they start with 4s and 5s. They let you know how old that truck was. But when I got the truck, it only had like 275,000 miles on it. And it was automatic. Oh, I was so upset. I was like, "Oh, yeah, made me go to school to learn how to drive the manual, but then you throw me in automatic." But anyway, they had their reasons. That was probably David Douglas that did that. I remember I was going, "Man, I went to school to learn how to do it. Y'all put me with trainers that was driving manuals. Put me in a manual." They would not do it for nothing in the world. And that was probably David that called my driver manager and said, "Tell him to go to work, okay? Take that automatic and go to work. When he gets up on his miles, we'll get rid of it." And true to his word, if that was David, I'm pretty sure it was him, but true to his word, he did not let me switch that truck until there was almost 600,000 miles on it. It took me, because I was riding pretty hard, it took me from 12 to 2014, probably around June and July, and I had it up about 600,000 miles. He finally let me out of that truck and put me in a manual. But yeah, man, my journey those 2 years over the road were pretty good. Like I tell all the classes now I'm doing orientation, is I used to start driving at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, so that way I can stop early. I don't like stopping around 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, because then you fighting to get parking. That wasn't me. I was like 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week. I mean, I'm running. And I had some good driving managers. They kept me running just like that. I met a lot of cool people so far, and some of them have gone on to do other stuff. Drivers and dispatchers. But yeah, I met a lot of people. Also, don't ever think that, "Oh, well, they just hired me to just drive and just like run or something like that." Because I was thinking that when I first started driving. Now look where I am now, But that first year, oh man, that first year was brutal, because I was trying to get my feet under me, and I was trying to figure it out, right? So in that first year, I was running, and I was like, "Oh, I'm getting around 2,000 miles a week," but that was clearly my fault, because I just couldn't get my schedule right the way I wanted it. But I ran, and finally I got that schedule right, where I was like, "Oh yeah, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I can stop early, I can start early, stop early." Yeah, then it really started kicking in then. But what happened between about the end of 2014 is they had to stop driving over the road. So, because I had to stop driving on roads because my wife got sick, and so I said, well, I got to be at home more because her doctor's appointments, they won't let me bring on the weekend. It's got to be during the week. I'm like, man, I really like driving over the road, but I said, you got to do what you got to do though, right? But so I let my driving manager know at the time. I said, you know, I gotta get off the old road. I gotta do something local. And he's like, I don't know if we got anything local. And I would say, well, just keep looking for me because I really need it. That's my phone going off. It should have been on silent. But yeah, and you know, you just gotta know who the right people to talk to, like your driving manager. You know, let them know what's going on. Don't ever go, well, I don't want to talk to my driving manager because whatever. Go talk to your driving manager. Talk to your driving manager. Talk to the operation manager. Talk to somebody. You know, just don't give up and go, oh well, they want me to do this or that. You never know. You know, just talk to them and put the word out there. You know, but I was taking my son to his bus stop one morning. And he asked me did I have to go back to work, and I said, yeah, I'll be back in about 3 or 4 weeks. And he broke down crying. I said, nope, that's it. That was the end of it right there. I said, no, that's it. So I really pressed him on it. I was like, yeah, please try to find me this, because I didn't want to leave USA, but I knew I could not keep doing over the road with my wife's illness, and now my kids, it's starting to affect my kids. So they did. They found right here in Georgia. They already had one local driver. And they said, well, you guys just tag team it. You know, we'll put you in 2 separate trucks. One guy started one time, one guy started the other time. And I was like, all right, good. I can do that. And so that's how my local started in 2014. So the people I thank for that is they already know it. Like Josh Smith, that man stayed on me. He was like, but anytime I needed some help with something, he was right there to help me. And Kelby, I mean, they was right there to help me every step of the way. If I had any issues whatsoever, they was right there to help me every step of the way. And sometimes it would switch up to like, I just talked to Josh for like maybe half a year, like 6 months straight, nobody else. Then I get a phone call and say, oh, you're going to be talking to Kelby, you know, for a little while, because Josh was off doing something else with the company. And I go, okay. So then me and Kelby came up with our own good schedule. We kept it rocking and rolling. He was good with me coming in like super early because we had Georgia Pacific, and they always needed empty trailers. Always like, it's like they needed every empty trailer USA ever had in the world. So I would get up at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, get in there, and I would just start finding empty trailers and just start packing out their parking lot, just packing it out. I wish they loaded as fast as I was bringing them, but yeah, he was fine with that. And sometimes he'd give me a load. I'd go way out and go deliver. It might be Alabama and back, down to Beach Island, South Carolina and back, or whatever. But you know, we kept on with that schedule. Then we kind of went back to Josh for a little bit, and me and Josh, we doing the same thing. Then we come, I believe then it was after Josh that time it was Chris Kios. Man, me and that guy, we came up with schedules. Sometimes he would tell me though, like straight up, like, I don't need you coming in that early. I need you to come in a little later, man. You're killing me. And I'm like, okay, no problem, man. You know, for Chris, Josh, Kelvin, man, I damn near do anything. You know, they were like, yeah, just coming at this time. I always used to tell them, you know, I just didn't like coming in and driving local. I just didn't like coming in that late because I didn't like dealing with the traffic. But I mean, if I had to, I would do it. But yeah, I stayed on that for a little while, and I loved the local job, man. You know, just running, and get to go home every day. So then on those days when my wife had to go to doctor's appointments, that was no problem with them. They let me do it, you know, as long as I let them know like a week in advance so they can plan. You know, I just don't pop up and say, oh, this was going on, you know. And I put it out there, way out there, and that way they'll know what's going on. They'll help me out, and I will come in the next day and do what I got to do. And you know, they was like ultra supportive all the time, especially when it came to my wife's illness and or if my kids had something going on. So once I think this is 2018, they started making a few changes, you know, around the terminal and the company. So you know, I'm just coming to work every day, just working. and I got an opportunity. I got a call from Josh. They said, we want to talk to you about this position going inside the terminal. And I said, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that. I didn't like really talking in front of people. I mean, I can do it. They was real hell bent on that when I was in school, about public speaking and all that stuff. But I was always thinking like, when he said go in the building, I said, I don't want to be talking in front of nobody. I don't want to do that. He was like, oh no, it's not that. Take care of the truck. At the time we didn't have a shop, so he said, we'll just take care of the trucks. Make sure they get cleaned by the vendors. Take them to the shop. Do little stuff like that. Send us pictures. Let us know what's going on with the truck, and we send a tech out there to get it fixed. Or if you need to take it to a shop, you just take it to the shop. Whatever. I was okay, cool. No problem. So they sent me out to Van Buren, Arkansas, where the home office is, and had me meet everybody I can try to remember names. And I was like, oh man, but the person I needed to talk to was Patricia Thornhill. Oh man, she set me up with a schedule. I said, okay, here's the new boss, right? I said, okay, gotta fill this one out. So she's like, yeah, don't worry about this, don't worry about that. That's the small stuff. Do this with the drivers though. Make sure you're doing this with the drivers when they come and look at their truck. That's another thing. So when drivers came out of orientation, I had to walk them to their truck, like a big introduction. This is a so-and-so. Watch them go through their pre-trip. Make sure if anything else they found wrong that maybe I missed, right then I would call a vendor or somebody and see if we can get it fixed then. If we couldn't get it fixed, we just try to change the truck and get them something else, and then maybe out of the next orientation class, somebody to take that truck. It's always something. Everybody's human. We're gonna miss something. 9 times out of 10, I try my best not to miss anything. I was always thinking like, I can't miss nothing because I know she sits near Josh, Chris, and Kelby. She'd be like, what's with this guy? But I try to make sure everything was nice, neat, clean, fixed. Nothing no driver can come back and say, oh, I didn't have a clean bed, or I had bed bugs, anything like that. Oh no, I would bomb a truck in a minute. But I know it takes more than to get rid of bed bugs though. That's when you call out the vendors. But yeah, when I was up there doing my corporate orientation with Miss Trish, she let me meet everybody in payroll, breakdown department, all those guys, the training department. I think the only people I did not meet, actually I did meet Mr. Don and Amy, because I had to, right when I went to my corporate orientation, that's when my Smith System certificate was coming up. So they said, yeah, go in there and sit with Don, because it's time for your next 2 years for your Smith System. I said, okay, cool. So I went in there, and I think I already knew Don before then, Don Elrod, but I'm pretty sure I did because I was a driver. I remember going to talk to him about something, and I can't remember what it is now. But he was super supportive. He helped me right then. It wasn't no dragging, footing around, or anything like that. He helped me right then. And so I spent a day with Don and Amy. I also spent a day recruiting. I also spent the same day I spent with recruiting. I think it was, I don't know how it's set up now, but then like right across from them was Brian Scrimshaw's office. He's in HR and was safety, I believe. But I spent about maybe 3 or 4 hours with him. He let me know what to be looking for. Don't watch out for this. Don't worry about it. Give me a call if a driver have a question about this or that or whatever. Now, mind you, I'm just dealing with trucks. And I'm going, why am I worried about all this other stuff with HR and everything? Just keep listening. So they sent me through everything, and so like one day I spent with nothing but the shop. So that's what I really wanted to go, because I was like, I'm good with pre-trip, but show me what I think I've been missing. And I learned a lot for those guys over at the shop. They was like, you're probably missing this. And you're going through your pre-trip, but you looking at extra stuff they look for, like when trucks come into the shop. And I'm like, man, I never would have thought of even attempting to look for that. But they showed me a lot of stuff I should be looking for. Make sure that's there. Oh, Make sure you print out the permit books. Make sure this is in those permit books. And after all of that, I went through with the shop. The first place the shop sent me to, they said, we need you to go over there and talk to the people in licenses and permits. So that would be Whitley. I went up there to Whitley's office, and she showed me all kind of stuff, like make sure they got this. If you don't have this, don't be afraid to email or call me. I'll send it directly to you. If we got to print it out or fax it or whatever. If it's something that can't be faxed, we'll make sure it gets overnighted, whatever. Just make sure the driver has this, and this. Guys, I used to work so hard. I used to take permit books home. I wanted them perfect when my drivers came out of orientation. I would take them home and I would go through them permit books, And I know Miss Trish, if she's looking at this, she's probably going, I told him not to do that. You sure did, but I was so determined to be perfect. I was like, I'm going to take the books home and fix them. And so I did that for a long time. Well, 2018 to maybe the middle. Nope, 2018 to probably January of 2019. I just nothing but trucks, and so they told me, well, we need you to cover for orientation. Okay, so I said, well, is that me talking in front of people? Because knowing that's what I would be doing. I know I asked the stupidest questions, but I said, okay. So I pull up the Michael Vines helped me train for that. He helped me train for that. He got in there and said, well, just go over these presentations, go over them, look at them. I just kept going over until I got like super comfortable with doing it. So then all of a sudden now I'm doing orientation, the whole thing from front to back, middle, side, and I've been doing it ever since. So never in my wildest dreams did I ever think coming into a trucking company, I'm like, yeah, one day I'll be doing orientation. No way. And I was, maybe the first week doing it, I was terrified, just absolutely terrified. Now I'm like crazy comfortable doing it. I just get up and just do it. Sometimes I get in my own head and, I be talking, I be going over a presentation, and I won't even be looking at the class, and then I go stupid. You got to give eye contact. That way they're paying attention. You looking at the floor, looking all the space. That's what they're going to be doing. But yeah, it's been pretty doggone good, and I don't regret turning down the other trucking company that was asking me and like, well, we'll see you to C1 too, and do this and that. I said, no, I think I'll go with USA because like I'm like crazy loyal, like. Like I just won't quit jobs like that and just go to other places for whatever reasons. I just won't. I just never been like that. So here I'm at 8, trying to make it a 10, so Heidi can put my star on my my badge. Yep, I ain't forgot about you, Heidi in HR. But like a lot of people I've met and like been like super supportive. Shira and Lawrence in West Memphis. Even when I was just taking care of the trucks, sometimes I would call Lawrence and ask him something, and I didn't know if he was a tech or anything, but I knew he was over orientation, and he would know it though. And if I had any questions about a permit, and maybe Leslie wasn't there or I couldn't get somebody to help me, and I called Shira, she would know it. Like, oh, it's on page so and so. Or like I said, I'll call Whitley. And license permits, and so like now that Michael Glass, learned a lot from Michael Glass, going over those trucks. I went from his system and I made it my own system. I was like, yeah, take care of this, take care of that, take care of this. To this day, if I have a question about a truck or anything like that, that's who I'm calling. Michael Vines, learned a lot of stuff about safety through him. A lot of stuff, safety. The man knows it back and forth. Patricia, I know I learned a lot of stuff from her. They deal with the corporate side of things. Like she had me sit with all those departments. One day, I think it was on like a Thursday, so I was going home on this Friday or the Saturday. But she had me sitting with the driver managers. I said, man, I would never, ever just seeing what those guys go through, I would never sit up there and say them guys not doing anything. After sitting there and watching them guys, no way. No way. No way. Guys, if your driver man, if you call your driver on the phone and they don't answer, trust me, they are doing something. They're always doing something. That's probably why they're not answering. That's why they say send a message. Send a message. Send an email. If you got your driver man's email, send it, you know. Don't always make it sound, well, I'm just going to call. They're doing something. Not always just sitting there at that desk. So, I'm telling you straight up from me watching them. But yeah, just keep that in mind. But I got to meet a lot of people. You know, I've been working like nonstop since I turned 16 in 1996. The day I turned 16, I had my first job. And this is the only job I've ever had where I've met the president and CEO more than once. More than once. And, you know, I can't believe that. I just met him again maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, you know. And he was crazy busy then. I knew it was busy because I know they had things going on over here at our terminal. So I didn't bother him too much, you know, hi and bye, and yeah, things are going good. And I knew he was rushing. I'm not trying to hold him up. But yeah, I mean, you guys get a chance to talk to him. New drivers, you know, don't pass that up. But I go back to when I say, you know, people that help me, that still help me today. Josh Smith, Chris, Kia. You know I'm gonna butcher your last name, Kios. Oh man, now I'm doing like the other video. I got names in my head going. So we got Amy Price, Sheila, William, not Bill, William. He gonna be like, oh my God. William. Oh, those guys in the training department, all those guys help me. I mean, there's constant emails or phone calls, get stuff fixed that ain't fixed, you know, that need to be tweaked a little bit or whatever. You got the guy over orientation, Sam Griffin. That man will stay on the phone with you forever, especially if he got something he need to say, and he'll make sure you got it perfect before he gets off of that phone. And I thank Sam for that, because a lot of times I go, well, I'll just do it this way. And I know sometimes I go, well, I don't want to bother Sam with it. I should bother Sam. My good conscience kick in and say, just call him and make sure it's right. And, you know, that's what I do. But I call Sam, get that fixed. Like I already talked about Shira and Lawrence. You know, everybody in orientation. Everybody in maintenance. JD. I had to go sit in with JD one day. That was interesting. He was showing me some more stuff about trucks, that, you know, about the files and where this need to go, that need to go, why this truck is listed this way, why this truck is listed that way, when they, you know, when they look at it for like the maintenance part of it, like it should be ready for service on this day, if it's making this many miles per week, stuff like that. Jason Terry, Tom Langley, all of them guys. I mean, like constant staying on the phone with them, getting everything fixed. And how can you go without mentioning David Douglas, which I already did earlier? That man wants every truck in the world moved. Hey man, when I was nothing but trucks, bro, I would move a truck like crazy. Then I got stuck and pushed over to orientation. I was like, how are we gonna get these trucks moved? But we did. We put our heads together, came up with a plan, and said, hey, we'll get them moved. And we've been getting them moved. And you know, I just let them know this one is sitting over here, this one is sitting over there. This one, I don't expect them anymore. I let the shop do that now that we got a shop. I let those guys do that. So, you know, I don't want to do it and feel like I'm getting in their way. So they'll probably appreciate it if I help them. But, you know, I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to overstep. So I just give them to the shop, leave the key, get them the key, not leave it on the counter. I don't want to do that. Put it right in their hands, and it's sitting out there waiting on you guys, and they get those trucks clean and ready, rock and roll for you guys. And you leave orientation, or you know, switching trucks out. Maybe they selling your truck, you switch your truck out, then hey, it's ready to go. So, but that's all I had. You know, I don't want to start rambling again, but it's been 8 years, and hopefully we can go 8, 15, 20, 15 more, you know, whatever, you know, maybe 40, 50 more. Who knows? Who knows what the future might hold? I've met a lot of people in this job and corporate, so I'm pretty sure once again, I forgot to name somebody. And I'm trying to remember names because I send a lot of emails every day to different people to help me. And I can't think of their names to save my life. Rob and Charles. Rob, Charles, and Don. Oh man, I'm glad I thought. I'm like, man, how did I forget Ohio? Rob, Charles, and Don. Yes. Helped me out a lot. And to this day, still doing it. If I am lost on anything, it could be about a truck. And those three right there will know. They will know how to fix it. Yes, Rob, Charles, and Don. Okay, so that's all I got. I'm looking down at my phone. I almost went 30 minutes. Didn't think I was gonna go that long this time. I said, oh, it'll be like super short, like 5 minutes. But when I think I'm talking fast, I'm not talking fast. So that's it. And maybe I hear back from you guys. I don't know. Maybe I get to see you guys again one day. You know, I always thought like maybe one day I'll go on vacation and I just drive to Arkansas. I don't have that much to do. I mean, I don't. So I would do that, just drive to West Memphis just to see Lawrence and Shira. I'd do something like that. That's just me. Or drive to Ohio. That's just me. I just sit there and I just sit in class like, let me see how they do orientation. You know, I can see Rob and Charles doing some of the stuff that they do in their orientation, but I never got a chance to sit down on like Charles and Shira and just watch and just learn from different people. I have taken a lot of stuff from Charles and Rob on how they do their orientation. So, you know, it would, you know, I don't think it'd hurt me to go to West Memphis and just sit and watch Lawrence and Shira go through their thing. But yeah, maybe one day I'll do that when I take one of these extended vacations. You know, instead of a day here and a day there, I actually take a week, you know, and just go out there. Okay. Well, one more down. I'm pretty sure at some point I'll think of another video to talk about. Maybe, hopefully, not maybe. Hopefully I don't be stuttering like I just brain dead or something like. Nah. So I guess I will see you guys on the flip side. You know, I don't know. Maybe my maybe my mailbox will be full of stuff tomorrow because maybe some of you guys will see this video. I don't know. I try. If it is, I try to answer them as fast as possible. But hey, man, like I was saying earlier, to the drivers that don't know me that's probably watching this, guys, if you guys got a question, ask somebody. Don't sit back and go, well, I sent a message at 2 a.m, but keep sending them. Hey, your driver man don't work at 2 a.m, you know? And you know your driver man is coming to work, send them that message. I would say call me. I would give y'all my number, but I stopped doing that because the driver called me at 1 o'clock in the morning one day. Wife was not too happy about that. So no more of that. Okay? So, yep. One more video down. When I get something else to talk about, I'll make some more. So if you guys want to know when I'm making videos, just hit subscribe and turn on the notifications. It'll let you know when I'm making new videos. You know, so just putting that out there. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay too. You know, you guys watch it. Hopefully I brighten somebody's day. Like I said in the other one. Hey guys, don't let the negative outweigh the positive. Stay positive, people. And keep them trucks in between the lines. Stay safe.